Hi class. So I'm going to answer this question. How does your values, faith, and beliefs shape your view of women's roles in leadership, both inside and outside of the domain of religion? Does this differ from your view of women's roles in sports? Why or why not? Mine opinion is, I guess, more just like my values and my beliefs more than faith, I guess. It can be interpreted into faith, I guess. But I was raised in a family of four daughters, the oldest of four, and my parents, just like raised us to never, I guess, question ourselves. I didn't know until a certain point in my life that men and women were treated like a little differently because I've been raised in a family that everybody was raised the same, and everybody, if they wanted to do something, they would work hard and they would do it. It was just like a thing. So I guess that is a long way of summing up. I like a strong female family that if they set their mind to it, they'll do whatever they want. And does it differ from my views of women in sports? And I think it's so funny because I was just talking to somebody about this and how at like 22, I'm starting to get annoyed of people saying, four daughters? Oh, like your poor dad. And I'm like, I don't get what's so like sad about having all girls. I never did, and now it's getting to the point where it's like, okay, like all four of his daughters are collegiate athletes. And I think that's awesome and something to be proud of. And I think it's so funny because it's like I know families with all four sons and they can't say that. So I think that's like a long way of answering that question. Um, yeah, my view of life and women, and if they want to do it, they'll do it, and correlates with my views of women in sports. If they want to do it, they can do it. And I think I try to show that as an example for my younger sisters, like being the first and only GA they've ever had in Sports Info office. As a former collegiate athlete and the only female to ever work in that office, I think it's like a small step, but it's something, and I think it's cool. And I think it was really eye-opening to go to these conferences this summer and meet all these sports information directors that were all men. There were a handful of women, but not enough. um, so, yep, that is my opinion.